Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube. Oh, I just turned on the ring light. Oh, that thing is bright. I see somebody's here already. Hello, welcome. I'm not where I normally am, as you can tell, and I will tell the story because there is a story to tell. But I'm going to do the intro for those who may be new or who are watching a replay or who just happen to click on just to see what the Crazy Troll Nation is. So, as most of you know, my name is Dion. I call this the Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube. The crazy because it's okay to just be your authentic self. However, your authentic self is trying not to be someone that you're not or act in a way that you normally don't act. And the troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand, a certain tool, or a certain technique. Use whatever you want to, however you want to. Distracting myself here. In a way that you are satisfied with it, because here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we are about self-acceptance and self-love. Embracing our natural features, enhancing them if we want to, when we want to, but never feeling like we have to. Thank you for the hearts. Hey, Grace. So that's what the Crazy Troll Nation stands for. I need to let you know if you are new here. Hey, Janessa. Um, it won't let me do horizontal anymore. It will only let me do the vertical, which I can't stand, but I am getting used to it. If you're new here, I do curse in my live streams and in my videos because I curse sometimes, period. And there's an organism that lives in my throat that already kind of made an appearance that gurgles, hiccups, and belches whenever it feels like it. Hey, Alicia, and I do always say excuse me, whether I think you heard it or not. So where am I? I am at Dude's house. Y'all, I am so freaking exhausted. You see the AC unit. This is an older house. There is not central air. And I'm still sweating. And I didn't turn the fan on there on high because it was loud. And I wanted y'all to be able to hear me. But we are going to, I did just eat. I told Dude I will work for food. And so I set my alarm and I got up at 7 p.m. And I'm talking slow, y'all, because I am just still half asleep. Why is this like this? Did something bite me again? This is more than just my glasses, that red mark. This is a glasses mark, which you can't really see except here. But what the hell? Excuse me, y'all. Last night, around 11 o'clock, I asked him, okay, what is my task? So I'm here at his mom's house, which is now his house. And ironically, this is the room that was his room when he was growing up. And he's been sleeping in mom's room, which is now, the whole house is his house. But I started working like 8 o'clock. Well, he said my task was to clear out the dining room. It was stuff on the table, under the table, on the chairs, under the chairs, in the china cabinet, and under the china cabinet, buffet table, every stuff just everywhere. And so I started like 11 o'clock last night. I didn't stop till 7 this morning. Y'all, for real. I did like a solid 8 hours, and I still am not done. I still need to do just the china cabinet inside and underneath. And there's stuff on top, so I asked them to take that down so I won't have to stand on a chair or a ladder to get it, and stuff that's in the other cabinets. But to look at it, everything's clear. Table's clear, chairs are clear, floor is clear. And his friend was here. She vacuumed. But y'all, I am exhausted. I think I got to sleep. I went to bed close to 10 o'clock this morning, and I got up around 7. So I woke up, and he said the food had just got here, and it was soul food. So I had some barbecue pork ribs, macaroni and cheese, and yams. And then there's rice, too. And I'm like, I'll eat some of the rice later because I still have some of the pork ribs and other stuff, too. So, and now I'm here. So I've been, like, setting my alarm and resetting my alarm, making sure I didn't miss it. So that's what's going on with me. So what we want to do first, because y'all know I got to have my comfort stuff. But if you missed the title, it was really good. He kept saying, you eat some more. And I'm like, nah, because when I'm really exhausted, I don't even want to eat, but I knew I needed to eat. But I just want to go back to sleep. And I told him I would finish later tonight or wee hours of the morning because I'm not turning. But honestly, y'all, I feel like I can just go right back to sleep. Like, I'm just really exhausted. But our topic is, from one of my official troll kids, what brand makeup would I wear if I can only wear just one? Just one brand, period. Did I brush my hair today? I think I did brush it, but it looks like I need to brush it again. I'm easily distracted, y'all. I'm just, being here is just, it's different. Because I used to visit him here. Like, we met like in 84, 85 in high school. And so I would hang out over here. He would hang out at my house. He would hang out with me at my grandmother's house. And so just being back here and the situation being so different and her being gone, it's just like, whoa. So anyway, the topic is, hey, Sylvia. No, I'm sorry, Sylvana. Hi. I have to lean in to see the comments. Glad you made it. So our topic is, if I can only wear just one brand of makeup, what would it be? And I'm like, that is a good question. And then I'm like, damn, what's the answer? Just like the other questions. But before we get into what it is, I'm going to show you what I brought with me, because y'all know I have certain things that bring me comfort. This is that Victoria's Secret bag that I showed y'all. That was mom's, that was brand new. And I did find a use for it. This side I didn't. But I have like personal care items over here. And in the lipstick holder. And we're going to apply this because this brings me comfort. This was gifted to me by a dear friend. So in here, y'all, we got my Tillamook. So we're going to put on Tillamook because that's very comforting. And then I'm going to show you what else I brought with me that's very comforting, that was gifted to me by a dear friend as well. And so, you know, I have my supports and things, and I have my moments where I did break down twice and cried. And then I'm like, I gotta stop crying here, Sarah. I'm like, because I gotta be able to see to go through all this damn paperwork. But yeah, so I got through that, but it's more to do. And there's still other rooms in the house. It's just. So the other thing I brought with me that brings me comfort. I showed pictures, some pictures of this on my community tab. It was gifted to me. It was sent to me straight from Amazon. And what it says, for those who don't know, this says stepping out. And then it says the unapologetic style of African Americans over 50. Don't I always talk about being your authentic self? I was like, what? And she is, I was never fashionable, but look at her, she is styling. And on the back, this part up here, an unapologetically bold, stimulating, and inspired collection of photographs and profiles celebrating the style of African Americans age 50 plus. And don't I always talk about just being your authentic self, just rocking what you want to rock and wear what you want to wear. Thank you for the hearts. But oh my God, this is mom's from her service, and this is the gift papers that came with the book from Amazon. So this right here, y'all, and I showed this to dude, and he was like, what? So when you talking about rocking your style, and I am over 50, I was just like, and I'm not, like I said, I've never been fashionable, but the person who gifted this to me, they said when they saw this, they thought of me. And it's because of the channel motto. But I'm just like, y'all, I was just like, oh my gosh. So, and I did say when I went to mom's service, this was going to be on my passenger seat, and it was. When I was here a couple weeks ago, this was with me, and I brought it with me, showed it to dude. And I'm like, this is going to come with me when I need to be comforted. This and Tillamook. But look, y'all see, these are women and men over 50. Styling, unapologetically bold, just rocking who they are. And I'm like, these are trolls, y'all. These are trolls. Just rocking, y'all. Oh my gosh. I'm just like, so thank you, friend, that sent me this, because it does really help. It's a physical reminder of, you know, I'm not alone. You know what I mean? And so even though being here, I'm physically not, because he's here, but when I'm home, I live alone, so I am alone. But this reminds me that people see me and they know me. Like, they saw this and was like, I thought of you. So this was like the perfect gift. And so this is here with me. I'm on that ring light that sits on my pony wall. This thing is really cute. That's the only thing I have on. Hey, Kim. I know I have my shoulders out for you today. And there's a light up here with a fan on it. And that's it. And then the light coming in through the window in the back. But this, I really like this ring light. So we're going to get into, I need something. Have some ginger ale here. Hubba. You are funny, Kim. So, excuse me. Those of you who know me, what would you guess would be the one brand of makeup I could wear if I can only wear one brand? So I was just like, so I'm going to have to make some sacrifices. But what do y'all think? What do y'all think would be if I can only wear one brand, period, what do y'all think it would be? Before I came here, I told dude, I said Mountain Dew and Skittles. Make sure I just had Mountain Dew with Skittles. Mac, Sarah says Mac. What do the rest of y'all say? Hey Tony, the topic for tonight that was from one of my official troll kin, one of my channel members, was Beans and Booty. That's an eyeshadow palette. So the question is, Hope says Fenty. The question is, if I can only wear one makeup brand, period, what would that brand be? And I'm like, that's a good question. And then I'm like, oh damn. So Janessa says that's tough for complexion is easy, Fenty, but they don't have a lot of eyeshadow options. Oh, somebody said Danessa Myricks. Tony, my skin don't like her products. That's why I don't have any of her products. I tried the Color Fix. It irritated my eyes. I never got the hang of using it as a blush. I never got the hang of using the Color Fixes for lips. I tried the blurring. Oh, I did use one of her eyeliners for inner rims and upper lash line. And it looked nice. It was one of the dual multi-chrome ones. And so you see the color, then you don't. And for the price of it, I'm like, I'll stick with NYX or MAC or Sephora brand. So I didn't buy that again because the quantity was so small and the price was like 3 times as much. So I was just like, I'm not going to keep buying those. And the Blur Balm Powder came out. I have a video somewhere about it. I put it on. It made my skin oily, which is not supposed to. It's supposed to be the opposite. Tony says house labs. It made my skin oily, and then after like 15-20 minutes my face started to itch, and I'm like, what the hell? And because her face and eye palettes, her eyeshadow palettes, they have pressed pigments. That's why they're called face and eye. And so I can't use, like, I could pick out a few shadows, but if I bought an entire palette, I would only be able to use a few things on my eyes. And so I just don't buy anything Danessa. And I love her as a person. I love what she stands for. But my face is like, no, we can't rock over there. But, and it might be a good thing. Because I think I would have everything, like, that she came out with in my color. Because I really do, like, adore her brand. Kim says, Nomad. And then she says, girl, clueless, LOL. They only do. Okay, so this also gave me an idea for another video, and I'm gonna ask you guys, like, what do you think? So, y'all, I am out of it. I am just really tired. Hope says second answer would be e.l.f. or NYX if we're talking price. e.l.f. stuff doesn't agree with my skin. I remember when they were, and I do like the Milk Hydro Grip Face Primer, and they were like, oh, the e.l.f. dupe, Power Grip, That Power Grip tore up my face. My face felt so dry. So I'm like, that is not a dupe for me. I did try the e.l.f. I think it was their cream shadows. My lids was like, take it off. So I'm just like, NYX, I do really like their gel pencil liners. Those are the ones I use along with MAC and Sephora collection for lower lash line and inner rims. So that's what I do use from NYX. I used to wear their lippies back in the day. So let's get a hiccup in the belch. Go, girl. Oh, excuse me. So what I'm going to start with is, because I can only wear one brand, and I could just say the answer, we'd be done. But y'all know I got to chit chat, and I like hanging out with y'all. It was hard because sacrifices will need to be made. House Labs, y'all know I love the highlighters, the blushes, the bronzers. Maybe you should try Essence Jelly Grip. I thought about it, Grace, but then I'm like, when I be trying stuff that's dupes, like, my skin be like, this ain't a dupe. Like, it's just something about it that just... But I did think about it because I saw your video today. Yeah, no, I saw your video. It's supposed to be a dupe for the Milk Hydro Grip. And so I did think about it, and then I'll keep thinking about it. Because I haven't even been using a Hydro Grip because I've been using the Fenty foundation with the Fenty primer. So I haven't been using that. Hope says, okay, Fenty, final answer, LOL. Fenty for the final answer, Alex. I'm glad you're here, Hope. And so y'all know I love House Labs highlighters, bronzers, blushes. I have yet to try the foundation, and I do one tube, but part of me is afraid that I'll like it because I know it's expensive. Hey, Bree. And so, yeah, I'm kind of afraid to try her foundation because I might really like it. and I'm to the point where now, even with my under eye discoloration, I don't even always wear concealer, but I am curious about the foundation and the concealer. Someone gifted me her powder because they didn't really care for the powder or the color was off or something. And hey, Sylvia. And I really didn't care for the powder because it gave me like a gray cast or something. And it was one of those powders that changed how my under eye looked with foundation or concealer on. And so I stopped. I think I ended up either tossing it or giving it away. What's another brand I like a lot of? Y'all know I love the Fashion Fair Set It Loose powder and Truly Tawny. Um, y'all know I love Notoriously Morbid shadows. Ooh, I got an email today, y'all. They sending me another PR palette. It's a 9-pan. And so I'm excited. I'm excited for that. Because when I get the emails, like I don't expect it, I was half asleep. I wake up every 90 minutes or so, and so I have a habit of checking my messages and my emails and all of that. And I was like, oh, because it seems like they just sent the Spellcast Beauty ones. Thank you for the hearts not too long ago. So I am like super excited about this little 9-pan palette. And I have a new appreciation for 9-pan palettes. And I think it might be from Notoriously Morbid, because Bog Witch, I think, was my first 9-pan from them. And then I got a couple 9-pans from Selma Cosmetics. Um, but I'm digging them little palettes. I do really like Nomad Shadow. Nomad is iffy for me, but I do. Hey, Sons of Ray. The question that I was given tonight from one of my members was if I can only wear one makeup brand, what would that brand be? So I'm talking about stuff that I like from different brands, and then I'll tell you what the brand would be and why, because there will be sacrifices made. Because I like different things from different brands, and so I'm like, for one brand, I'm like, huh? But it was a good question, so I was just like, ugh. And I posted that question because I knew I wasn't going to be home, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to do like makeup and all of that. So I was like, this is, what topic? And so that was the topic. And Dawn, hey Dawn, we're going to do your topic later this month because that was a good topic. And I'm trying to think now if I'll schedule that tonight or when I get home. I won't be back home to the 18th unless something crazy happened and I'll leave earlier because he asked me to stay till the 18th. Their foundation's really good, though those prices are killing us. Your prices is going up and up. I know we gotta make sacrifices. I try to do Ipsy, but they send in crazy stuff sometimes. They keep sending me emails to come back from when I used to get Ipsy, and they'll be like, this is what your box will look like. And it might be one thing that I want. And I'm like, I'm not paying for a subscription just for this one item, because then I can just buy the one item, because I would end up doing a giveaway, giving the other stuff away, which means spending more money for postage and packages. So I'm like, you know what? No, if I just want that one item, I'll just buy it. Or if I'm curious about something, I'll be like, oh, maybe I'll try that. And then I'm like, I don't want the whole subscription just for that. And my skin is sensitive, and so the skincare I have, I tend to stick with the same stuff. And so when they send 7 items of 5 for skincare, I'm just like, even though that is how I found out about Drunk Elephant, and now I have quite a bit of Drunk Elephant now. So what other brand like do I have a lot of or that I really like? I do really like MAC. I don't like all of I like their shadow formula. I'll start by saying that. Their liquid foundation, their, yeah, it is good for discovery. If y'all don't have sensitive skin, I do recommend Ipsy because you get to try a whole bunch of stuff and it is a lot less. Right, they tease us and they're like, oh, if you rejoin, you get a surprise mystery gift worth $149.99. And I'm like, that's some cheap piece of... Because I re-signed up before, like years ago, and they sent me that facial thing. Excuse me, and it has different modes, and it's about this big, and it has the thing on there. And it does say it's worth like $150, but really, it's probably really worth like $30. But even for that store, that brand, it does show up for like $150. But I'm like, this ain't yeah. So what else? What was I just saying? I like MAC. I like MAC's shadow formula, but I don't like all of their palettes because of the color stories. I posted on my community tab today. MAC is having a 25% off site-wide sale, and I know I just talked about in my best of 2024 their Unfiltered Nudes 12-pan palette, which I really do like. It does say there's exclusions. I don't know what the exclusions are, and I hate when they do that. Like, just say what's not available. But anyway, So if you guys are interested in that, you can get it for 25% off. And the code that I did, the link, excuse me, I did put on my community tab is affiliated if you don't mind doing that. Um, their liquid products break my face out. I received a lot of samples of their skincare. It didn't help my skin, but it didn't irritate my skin either. So I do think that would be something that someone else would enjoy. And I think I ended up giving it away in a giveaway. Well, because I had so many. So the ones I used, I threw away. And the ones I hadn't opened, I put in a giveaway. I do like their powder foundation. But the thing with the powder foundation, I need 3 different shades. So like right now, 010, I'm an NC42, mid tan, NC43, full tan, NC45. And so what I used to do years ago, I would just have all 3. And so when I was an NC42, I wear that, and I would use the 43 like for bronzer, and I would use the 45 for contour. So at least I'm not just sitting on this foundation until my tone changes. You know what I mean? But then I'm allergic to nickel, so anytime I hit pan and put it on, my face would break out. So I was never able to completely use it. So I started feeling like I was wasting money. But I do like their powder foundations, their eyeliners. I do have paint pots, I have fluid lines, and their Color Excess gel pencil liners. I use those lower lash line inner rims, and they do not irritate, so I'm excited about that. So they do, oh, and I like their matte retro matte liquid lip colors. This is annoying me. This happened last time I was here. This was not here, and then I fell asleep. The next day I got up, and it was here. And I'm just like, I've only been here one damn day, what? And it has not gone away since. But anyway, so there's quite a bit from MAC that I like. I do. So what other brand do I use that I feel like I use a lot of? Grace sent me some Sigma stuff, the bronzer and the blush, which I adore. So much so that I placed the order for a free gift of a brush and another bronzer. And that's all I have from Sigma. Their color stories for eyeshadow palettes do not really appeal to me because they're not that dark, smooth type thing, but they are pretty though. So let's answer this question here. We're 22 minutes in. Sacrifices will have to be made. Who said it? I believe it was Hope that said it. Let me scroll back up. The Fenty primer, that's my go-to eye primer. It's not on Ulta website anymore. So I'm like, okay, what's happening? Oh, Hope said Fenty final answer. And Hope, you are right. It would be Fenty because I like to even out my face. Like, it would cover this. It would cover the redness. I don't mind my freckles shining through. What's weird, though? Look at my hairline. This is my natural hairline. Why is this so dark right there? Why? Why is this so dark right there? But it does cover up some of my under eye discoloration. I use just the regular primer and the soft matte foundation, which does oxidize, but once it settles in, and these are freckles, but it does cover this one some. That's a dark one. But it does even out my face. And my purpose when wearing makeup is just to even out my face. And that's why it took me so long. You had one more bronzer to save. Oh my gosh. I really, on me and Dawn's comments, Sigma, I need to type stop into a text because I get like 2 text messages a day from them plus emails on sales, and I'm just like, y'all just having all of this stuff. I thought you were going to go with MAC. A lot of favorite eyeshadow brands don't do face products. That's my guess. So it would be Fenty because I didn't start wearing makeup until my mid-30s because I wanted to wear makeup. I wanted to learn, but I'm like, if my face isn't even, what's the point of drawing attention to my face? You know what I mean? I didn't even wear lipstick. I was always a chapstick hoe. But I was like, why put on lipstick or blush and my skin wasn't even? And so it would be Fenty because even with the soft matte foundation, I wear shade 335. Sigma, I get an email every other day from them too. I'm just like, this. How many different cells can you have? Like, what? There's a cell for Sigma brushes at Nordstrom right now, and it's $45. It's 3 of the soft collection brushes. One is the concealer brush, one is the soft sculpt brush, and one is what they're calling the foundation brush. But I think it's called full coverage or soft coverage or something, which is a good deal because those brushes are $25 a piece, and so it's $45 for the 3. I did put that on my community tab also with my link to Nordstrom if you're interested in that. But and so I was thinking of what brand would I have to sacrifice the least to use. And so it was Fenty because I love their primer. I love their soft matte foundation. It does cover everything where I don't even use concealer anymore, like under my eyes. Or for here, I usually don't even put concealer anymore either. And my disrespectful mustache area. So you see the redness here, and then you see this dark line right here. It covers all of that. I used to use their loose setting powder, which I liked. I believe I used either cashew, and I was using nutmeg for bronzer and contour. The banana powder just made me look like unnaturally bright. And their other light powder, the banana powders never look right on me, and people swear by them. I'm like, on me, they just look kind of ghastly. But it might be my undertone, I don't know. Um, and so I do like their setting powder. But for me, with the Fenty Soft Matte Foundation, if I only do 2 pumps of each, Sigma is sold on Amazon Primetime sales, Tony. Oh my gosh. I'm not an Amazon affiliate. You know what do they call it? I'm an affiliate, but not an influencer. And I don't think anybody uses my Amazon link for the few things I have down below in the description box. So I do like, excuse me, their setting powder, even though I like Fashion Fair better. So that would be a sacrifice. But it would still work, and I know I do like it. I do like their powder blushes. I'm not a cream person, so like all the cream products, I wouldn't use any of those. And I have tried them. I'm just not a cream product person. Um, I do like their blushes, their powder blushes. I just like other stuff better. Um, I used to wear their Caramel Cutie and Islanding and also their Bajangal or Beijingal bronzers. And so I do know I like the bronzers. I just like the other stuff better. Yeah, cream products, to me, it just takes too much work. I just want to just put my brush and just be done. I don't want to, or with the sticks, trying to draw stuff. And like, I'm not an artist. Like, I don't want to be, and even though I say paint the face, but I'm simple when it comes to makeup. I just want to put a brush in and put it on and it work. Um, my staple products are the Fenty eyeshadow primer, their brow pencil, which is the only brow pencil I use, and that's the only eyeshadow primer that I use. I used to have quite a few of their stunners back in the day. They stopped selling the black one, and I think because there was something wrong with the formula, because that one would turn like in like 4 or 5 months. It would just start to smell really rank. And then all of a sudden they still sold all the colors and not the black. So I do think it was just an issue with the formula for that. That's just my theory. Because why would you just not sell that one color, but you still sell all the other colors? And so I think it was something with whatever pigment they were using for that color to make it black. But I do love the gloss bombs. And Grace has sent me before the Cookie Jar Cream Gloss Bomb. And so now I'm like, I like those too. And I actually have another one. And then I ordered another one. So I like their lip product. And she just came out with lip pencils. I do want one, but they're $20. I'm not spending $20 for a lip pencil. But if that was the only brand of makeup I was using, then I would wait for it. So Fenty website does have really good sales every now and then. And also you can get it from Ulta. So it would be Fenty. The sacrifice would be, I'm not going to try one of their new highlighters because almost every video I saw, except maybe two, when they opened it, when one of the highlighters was cracked, and one video I saw, one was cracked, the other one wasn't. She came back at the end of the video and she said, this one that wasn't cracked, she was like, look at it. I closed it and opened it again and it's cracked. So I'm like, I'm not going to try the highlighters. Because almost every video they came cracked or they ended up cracking. And I'm like, that's too much money for it to be that fragile. So I would still have my brows, my foundation, my primer, my eyeshadow primer, their setting powder, blush, bronzer. I do like the fly liner. I haven't used in a while because y'all know I'm stuck on Inglot right now. And I do like their mascaras. The full frontal I haven't used in a long time, and I have one I need to open. But I really do like their mascaras as well. I'm starting to come around on cream liquid blushes and highlights. I have had really good luck using the Turquoise Real Technique sponge in these cream and liquid products. So much easier. That's a good point, Janessa. Some people say, you put the product on it and then spray it. Or they'll spray their face again first and just to help it blend out. I've heard people say that. So that might be something that'll work too, like if you spray your sponge. I didn't have luck with sponges either. I'm weird. Y'all know I'm weird. And so the sacrifice would be eyeshadows. I liked the Moroccan Spice palette back in the day when they had it. And I ended up decluttering it because I also had Born to Run from Urban Decay, and it was basically the same color story. And y'all know I don't like dupes in my collection, and so I think I never really liked having dupes in my collection. And the top row of shades I never used because they were like really, really light shades. But I really like the Moroccan Spice palette. I didn't get the all highlighter, the all whatever shimmer eyeshadow palette. Their snap shadows suck ass. And so I thought, okay, do I want to just have everything and my complexion don't look right? Or just have the complexion right and just don't have eyeshadow? And they do have shadow sticks, but every shadow stick that I've tried either dried out my lids or it irritated my eyes. So it would just be probably no eyeshadow, which makes me very sad. But it gave me an idea for a video though. The idea for the video I have, and maybe it might be a live, members let me know, or I'll post it in a poll or something, of if I could choose one category from each brand, what would it be? And maybe Janessa and Grace and I can collab again on that, because we did a collab before for Udenzai, and that was a whole lot of fun. But so that's this topic gave me that idea to one category from each brand. What would it be? Because just one brand overall, like something got sacrificed, and it made me sad to even think I would have to sacrifice eyeshadow because their snaps suck. And when they first came out, I was so excited about them. The formula was dry. The shimmers were mediocre, but the mattes were dry, and it was just patchy. And I'm just like, what is this trash? And they still sell the snaps. So I'm just like, if she came out with another eyeshadow palette, I would try it, depending on reviews. Because I'd be curious, like, did they improve the formula? But I think them not doing eyeshadows is really smart because their complexion products took off. They skyrocketed. The lip products took off. They skyrocketed. Gloss Bomb skyrocketed. You don't hear much about the brow pencil, but that's just something basic. But once I started using Brow MVP, I have not gone back to any other brow pencil. Once I started with the Fenty primer, I have not gone back to any other eye primer. And so some stuff... both of y'all. Yes, thank you, my trolls. My dupe queen and my favorite hooker clown. Now I have to remember I said that. Or one of y'all remind me, because right now I feel like I'm still half asleep. Thank you. I'm so excited. So one category from each brand, what would it be? And so it did really make me sad. They're getting rid of them. The clearance rack. Well, they're who's getting rid of what? Fenty's getting rid of what? The snaps? Hey, Heather. It's okay. This one's going to be one of the shorter ones, I say. Probably lying. Something's itching my shoulder. Kim, are you plucking my shoulder? It feels like it's a little, like, red mark right there. Did you flick me, Kim, on my shoulder? Y'all see that mark? You was watching the Minstrel Show going on. I saw on I did watch the clip from like either NBC News or Fox News, because I don't do the snaps. They need to get rid of them snaps. Them snaps was trash. and I'm a Fenty Beauty lover, but them eyeshadows was garbage. So I don't watch the like the gossip, not to say gospel, but the reactionary stuff, like just people who just post stuff they know people watch it. So I watch like Fox News, MSNBC, those channels. And so I saw, what happened and everything. And they I was like, what the fuck is this? Them shadows. Them snaps wasn't snapping. They was I don't know what they was doing. They were horrible. And I don't remember if I returned them or just threw them away. It wasn't even worth it to drive back to the store. Yeah, they can get rid of the eyeshadows. Everything else, hey Arlene, everything else took off. But them snaps, the snaps took off and then they bombed. People was like, ooh, the snaps. Nah, don't get them. They trash. They need the snap on out of here. Because them pure garbage. So I would be sacrificing eyeshadows. Oh, so I did watch Biden's response, and which I thought was very good. Hey, Michelle. And I saw which the orange dude, he did a thing, and they were like, this just makes it worse, because he's still talking like how he talked before, like, the fake news and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, dude, like, you just got your ear clipped, and you still just like, like somebody tried to kill you. And this isn't the first time either, because one of the news things I was watching, I think this is like at least the third. Was it? I see no lies. Um, Tony, you like the snap shadows? Am I reading you right? Let me back up here. I know I gotta lean in because I'm way. I have my tripod on top of the printer that he said don't work. Because he said he had to go somewhere and print something. I said, well, can't you print it up here? And he's like, the printer don't work. So why is the printer here? So you know what? This printer's going in the trash along with a bunch of other stuff. The packaging was cute. So Tony, what are you saying you like? You like the snap shadows? And that's what I'm saying, y'all. It's like, out of all of that stuff, why am I whispering? Out of all of that stuff, like 95% went in the trash. And dude had bought a box of, I keep forgetting I don't have space because I'm vertical. Tony likes the snap shadows. I'm going to tell you what, Tony. If I remember, that's the caveat. Because right now I'm still feel like I'm half asleep. And this could all be a dream for all I know. Like, I don't know. I'm just so out of it. If I see them on sale, I'm going to buy some and send them to you. Yeah, Tony likes the snap shadows. And I thought to get one, because I thought to do a full face of Fenty, but I'm like, that would mean buying one of them damn snaps. Oh, and also for Fenty, I like their eyeshadow brushes, but I just got annoyed at them staining, but I have had them for years. Maybe you're biased because she's a country girl. Oh, you're from Barbados? Ah! I didn't know that. And I do like their face brushes. So everything will be covered except eyeshadow. So yeah, the news clip I was watching, this is at least the third attempt on the orange dude's life. And he's still just like, dude, like you just don't understand. Hey, T. Fuller. Am I the only one who has the Fenty eyeshadow palettes from long ago? They were sort of hexagonal. Those ones I never got. And I don't remember if it was like an all shimmer or all dual chrome or whatever, but I didn't get that one. I heard that those were okay. And I really did like Moroccan Spice palette. So what they should do is bring back Moroccan Spice, but just reformulate it. And not formulate it to the snaps, because the snaps came later. So I'm like, what happened to the Moroccan Spice formula? Like, the snaps, I'm not going to say they're trash, because Tony likes them. Oh my goodness, no, Sylvia. Well, I'm glad you're back. They did have good reviews. The hexagonal ones, they did. But I was looking at, but back then I was newer in my makeup journey too. And I'm like, what am I going to do with that? Because I was still trying to figure out what to do with regular makeup, regular eyeshadow. So I never got it. And so I would have to sacrifice eyeshadow unless I just did the snaps. So my thought was, okay, so I like the brow pencil. I like the face primer. I like the soft matte foundation. I like the eye primer. I like the fly liner. I like the full frontal mascara, the hella thick mascara, gloss bomb luminizer, gloss bomb cream. I like the stunners. I like the eye brushes. I like the face brushes. The blushes and the bronzers I did like. I didn't love, but I liked. I did like the setting powder. And their previous highlighters, I think, was kind of like, eh. But the new ones I'm not going to get because everybody keeps saying they're breaking. I still got one of those shadows. Yeah, use some shadows. Janessa had the Galaxy and Moroccan Spice, but I think they both needed, no, both ended up in the clutters. The Galaxy was pretty, but I don't use topper shadows. And that's what it was. I remember there was something about them that I was like, what would I do with that? You prefer to just use full on glitter. Hey, Sandy, my day one. So what I was thinking to do, I have like 2,800 points at Sephora, which equals, well, for 2,500 points, I can get a $100 gift card, which expires in 90 days, which pisses me off. I love Ultra System because your stuff does not expire. Well, at the level I'm at, which is not anything to aspire to. It just means I buy expensive stuff too much, maybe. But I was thinking to use that to do a full face of Fenty, Fenty, which would mean buying a blush, buying a bronzer, buying one of the setting powders. And the good thing about the setting powders, they have full size and the minis. And getting a highlighter. So I would need to get a blush, bronzer, setting powder, and highlighter. And so what I was asking myself is, how likely is it that I'll keep using those 4 items if I buy them just to say I'm doing a full face of Fenty, which wouldn't be, thank you for the hearts, because I still wouldn't have eyeshadow unless I get one of the snaps. And I know I wouldn't keep the snap. And I have been looking at the colors. The one that has the purple in it looks okay, but the other color, like one is really cool tone, and the one that's like the warm tone one, that looks decent. But I know the quality I don't really care for, and so that's my thought. Like, so what do y'all think? Because then I'm like, I can always just sell it on Macari, use it once or twice, and sell it on Macari. As far as like the blush, bronzer, and the setting powder and highlighter, unless I realize I like them more than I remember I like them, and then just keep using them. Y'all hear my voice sounds heavy, right? Like I am still just half asleep. This is my wake up voice. I think you use the basic items up. The mini powder I would use up. I remember using it up before. Um, so I'm gonna ask my members this question. This is one of the perks of membership is I'll be asking them questions, and they be answering me. Every live stream topic or every live stream, whatever it is we do, is a member. Is something that the members either voted on or I asked and they were like, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. So if you want to be in on what's happening and you're not a member, that's how you can do that. And it is $2.99 a month. You can cancel at any time. It's not, a lifelong commitment. And so I'm going to ask y'all that later tonight unless I forget. Like, should I go ahead and do a full face of Fenty? Janessa and Grace and I already all three agreed like 10 minutes ago. We're going to do a collab of if we can only use one category from whatever brand, what would it be? And that's going to be challenging for me. You've been slacking on votes. A lot of people have been missing from votes, Sandy. I don't know, and I know it's a lot going on. All of us got stuff going on. And because I have something go up almost every day. Like I know it's a lot to ask, like to see the videos and to see the posts and then to think of an answer. I mean, so I get it because even myself, I'm like I be doing too much, and I am trying to do less videos to not have something go up every day. And so what I've been doing more of is like 3 palettes, 3 looks, or just a 3 look video. So that way every look is not a separate video. But then the thing is I keep talking, and so then. Is too long because I see people do 3 looks in a video and it'd be like 20 minutes. I'm like, how y'all do 3 looks in 20 minutes? That's like one look for me. And if I edit out the eyeliner and mascara and the lip, it might still be 15 minutes. I'm like, how they? And I think because they edit out a lot. But I like for y'all to see the process and to see what I'm doing, especially if someone's new or they're just still learning. I'm still learning, and I've been doing makeup now for over 10 years, 20 years, 10 years. 20 years? Almost 20 years, I think. Yeah, about 20 years. And so I have videos scheduled out now until August. And so when I do those videos, I like space them out so that way if something comes up, I can just plug it in. You know what I mean? And so, because I am really trying not to have something go up every day because I know it's a lot. But you will see how that works out. And I have been doing that. But because there's stuff already scheduled, it still seems like every day something's going on. So I'm like, I just don't know. But, so yeah, it would, if I can only use one brand, period, it would be Fenty. And either I would just suck up, the snap or just don't do eyeshadow. And y'all know I love my eyeshadow. Y'all know I love my Notoriously Morbid. Y'all know I love Mothership 1, 2, 3, and number 6. And Selim Cosmetics and Martine Cosmetics, which is dying. I did a 2-look video. I think it'll air on the 23rd. My 669 is dying, y'all. But I love that palette. I love MAC Shadow Formula. But it's like something has to be sacrificed, and that really hurt because y'all know I love it. Oh, and Natasha Denona. Xenon, the Yucca palette, Circle Loco. You got Biba if you want neutrals. Even the Golden palette if you want basic or pretty. So I'm just like, I would have to give up all of that. So this was like a really great question. Because my first thought was, do I want House Labs for the cheek situation? Do I want, Notoriously Morbid for the eyes or Natasha for the eyes? But then I'm like, what about my complexion? You know what I'm saying? And because the Fenty dries down, I don't necessarily need to set it. And I don't know if even if I like the House Labs, You know what? I have never tried that because I've been afraid, Tony, and I need to just try it. Because some eyeshadows, my lids are like, no. So, you know, and I do need to try it. One day when I'm home, just put it on and just see. Like, is it going to irritate my lids? Because I've always been just afraid. Like, if when I'm doing a video, I'm afraid to put bronzer on my eye. Because then if something happens, I'm going to have to, like, take it off right away. Because when I do my makeup at home, either it's late. Hey, Paulette, how you been? Either it's late and I know I'm not going nowhere, or I'm actually getting ready to go somewhere. And so I'm getting ready to go somewhere. That is not the time to experiment with stuff I don't normally do. But yeah, when I go downstairs, I'm taking this printer down there. I mean, it's plugged up and everything, and dude told me it don't work. Why the hell? Listen, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna get serious for a second. It is a lot of choices, Paulette. I'm gonna get serious for a second. I was talking to Bestie about this, and I even said this to dude too. Do your loved ones a favor. Even if something has a lot of sentimental value to you, or keeping stuff just in case, or whatever, think about when you're not here, somebody's got to clean all that up. And as I was saying, all of that stuff, eight solid hours, and I'm still not done in that room. 95% of it went in the trash. And I'm like, this is just insane. It was insane. And for me, what I used to do as far as like my bills, like my credit card statements come in, my bills come in, I would keep that month. And the next month would come in, hey, Heather, yeah, it's insane. I was just like, this is fucking nuts. And so like say July bills come in, I would keep that statement. And then when August bill come in, I would look back at the July one to make sure the balance came down, make sure the charges were correct, make sure they didn't charge me any fees I didn't know about or whatever. And then I would throw the July statement away. There's been stacks, y'all, for like a statement. She was real organized because she would put the month and the date on the envelope. But this whole stack would be like one statement every month of the year for like 3 years straight. And I'm just like, why? Why? Like, that's like years old. Like, why? And so it's, yeah, Dawn, it's a lot. I had 3 weeks to clean up my mom's apartment because I wasn't going to pay rent, just have to go back and keep still cleaning it out. And I had to hustle. The door next to her door was where the trash chute door was. So I propped both doors open and I was just going back and forth dropping stuff down the chute. So that was convenient. But like here, I'm packing stuff up. He bought a box of construction cleanup bags. They're not like the lawn and garden bags, the big black ones. These ones you can put boxes in with sharp corners. The bags will not break. I filled up 5 of those bags, 6 of those bags, just paperwork. And he had to go out, walk it down, come around to take it to the back to where the trash is. And I'm like, hydrate, dude. Heat index was 103, I think, here in Camden, New Jersey today. I said, hydrate. That's a lot of shit to be. And so, but after I cleaned up my mom's apartment, and I don't like clutter anyway. So after I cleaned up my mom's apartment, I started looking at my stuff like, what else can I get rid of? Because it was not a good feeling, and you can't even just sit and grieve. Thank you, Sons of Ray. We adopted each other unofficially back in high school, and his mom passed away earlier this month. Yeah, earlier this month in July. And so this is where I am now at his house. He asked me to come up today, and I was here a couple weekends ago, but he asked me to come up. He's like, can you come back from the 14th to the 18th? And I'm like, fuck. Like 4 whole days. Just to help clear out stuff, y'all. Oh my God. But yeah, when I cleaned up my mom's apartment, I went back home, and I'm like, what else? Thank you, Alicia. And, I got rid of a lot of stuff. And even, like, old lawsuits. I'm thinking now, do I need to keep that? Like, that lawsuit was over 5 years ago. And for lawsuits, you have, like, binders of shit. And I'm like, that can go at this point. Because it's been done. It ain't coming back. The only thing I will keep, though, are my VA records. I got, like, different binders of, like, all my VA records from when I was in back in 2000. Thank you, Tony. And so I do think about... Thank you, Elisa. It's hard. And he keeps thanking me because he's like, he couldn't do it. Because Old school, right? She was 87. Old school, they just be putting stuff somewhere, meaning money or whatever. So it's like you can't just see a stack of paper and be like, oh, it's trash. So it's like everything. I touched every piece of paper in there, 8 hours straight, y'all. I was just like, I did break down twice and cry because I was just like so overwhelmed. And so, but you can't really grieve properly when you have to clean or just, you know what I'm saying. And so, do your loved ones a favor and just don't keep stuff that, I'll just say it this way, it doesn't have monetary value. I did find some gems though. Through all of that stuff, but most 95% went in the trash because something may be really valuable to you, but when it comes time for somebody else to clear out your stuff, is it going to be valuable to them? So that's something to think about. Like, what does this really mean? So yes, keep sentimental stuff, but like this old paperwork and just dry rotted purses and stuff. Like, and I'm laughing because I'm trying not to cry right now. So let's get back to the makeup. So yeah, do your loved ones a favor. Do not hoard stuff, or have it arranged already upon your leaving here. You have something set up for a crew to come in and just swipe the whole house, one of the two, because it's hard. And so he's just been, dealing with important stuff, her accounts, stuff like that. But all the other stuff. So makeup, it would be Fenty because I like my complexion to be evened out. And I would just have to suck up not using eyeshadow with the hopes, that they would come out with eyeshadow, or with the hopes that the blush and bronzers wouldn't irritate my lids, but then I would still be limited, as far as what I'm aware for color. So I apologize for that tidbit, y'all, but that's just where I'm at right now. Thank you for the hearts, and I'm here. This is the room he grew up in that I'm sleeping in. And so I have to sort it in the totes. Stuff that's important, like a lot of pictures and stuff. He's like, if you come across pictures, he did have totes for that. But just like old statements and like old paper, old clothes. And I did sort through her closets a couple of weeks when I was here before. And so I'm like, okay, this can be donated to the church. Bag this up, I'll take that to Goodwill. Other stuff, trash. So yeah, has anyone? Thank you, Heather, because I need to get back on track with the makeup. I'm sorry, y'all. I mean, you know what? I'm not sorry. This is just where I'm at right now, emotionally. You're going through your mom's things. Yeah, it's a lot, Sylvia. It's a lot. I know people who was years and they're still trying to get it together, and that's what I'm saying about it's hard. Like you can't just sit and just cry every day because just like I gotta do this, I gotta do that, and it's just it really fucks with your head. Well, for me. So thank you. Heather wants to know, has anyone tried their eyeshadow sticks? I have not tried the eyeshadow sticks because every eyeshadow stick I've tried from other brands have irritated my lids or just made my lids feel really dry. And then from that it dried out my eyes. And so I stay away from shadow sticks. But has anyone in here tried their shadow sticks? Because they do look like they're pretty colors. They kind of look like a lot of work, but probably no more work than if I use a MAC paint pot, because you put the stick on and then you either blend with your finger, which y'all know I'm not going to do. You put the stick on and then take a brush and blend it out. And so it sounds really nice. But has anyone tried the shadow sticks? And so your Fenty's my answer. I would just have to sacrifice eyeshadow, which really makes me sad because y'all know I love my eyeshadow. That's the fun part, is the eyeshadow. The Fenty. Heather's asking if anybody used the Fenty shadow sticks. And so that's my answer, and that's why. And I'm just like, because I was thinking I use a lot of their stuff. I don't have any stunners anymore because I started using the Sephora brand, which 30% off. The price is like super low. I think the recent sale, they were like $7-8 for the Sephora collection ones. Sons of Ray has not tried them. I think nobody else has either. They're not saying unless they're multitasking, which is cool because I'm multitasking. I'll be watching YouTube stuff too. And getting another stunner would not be a problem at all. And I already used their eye brushes and some of the face brushes. So it's just a blush, bronzer, setting powder, and a highlighter. And the setting powder isn't necessary because the soft matte dries down for me. So that is it. I know some of you are not surprised. Hope called it. She was like, Fenty. Final answer. Yeah, no one really does talk about them. You know what I might do? I might look on YouTube for it. Sylvia hasn't tried them either. I don't think I've really heard people talk about them either. And maybe people are just like, we ain't trying it because they didn't like the snaps, even though it's this whole different formula. I was not enticed to buy them because of my issues with other brand. Um, what am I saying? Other brand shadow sticks. I'm gonna look for videos and see what people are saying, or read the reviews. I might do that. So I'm gonna ask the members if I should do a full face of Fenty, which would mean buying those 4 products. And Grace and Janessa and I, we're gonna work out when we're gonna do our collab. I am hella excited for that. Heather, we should collab on something, but we need to figure out communication since I'm not on my makeup Instagram anymore. But I would love to collab with you on something. Yeah, so that would be it. Just Fenty and just my eyes be bald. And that would also mean, the fly liners, they irritated my lower lash lines and my inner rims. So I couldn't even do eyeliner under here. That ain't right. Okay, thank you, Heather. Janessa hasn't tried them and definitely MacBook for work and making this. I'm amazed at how well you multitask, Janessa, because you be at work and you still be here and you be moderating too. But tonight has been a cool night though. Like I haven't seen anyone unfamiliar, which doesn't mean they're not here, but because you know I be wanting to see who they is. Like who you, where you come from. But yeah, so making a list for potential collab of one brand per category. I love multitasking. Labeling, ooh, 40 pounds of peaches. Sandy, you be working. That's that farm life. Ooh. I know someone, my ex-partner, his sister had a farm. Sons Ray said, whoa, Sandy, that's a lot of peaches. Yeah, every now and then she'll say she's doing this or doing that, and I'm like, that's a lot of weight. That's a lot of weight, that poundage and whatever it is that she be doing. Because sometimes it's peaches and sometimes it's something else, and I'd be like, whoa. Because we chatted more when I was on Instagram, and I'd be like, oh my god. Like me, I don't even cook much. I'm like a pill and stuff. I'm just like pill potato, like one for me to eat. So I'd be just like. Millions of peaches for me, Janessa, what you just said, there's some peaches. Should have been done 4 days ago. But you do so much all the time because it doesn't stop. It's like something's always growing. Something needs to be picked. Something needs to be canned. Something needs to be peeled, blanched, something. I ain't even mad at you. Heather loves peaches. I do too. Now we all want peaches. I should send him to the store, like, give me some peaches. Because I told him I will work for food. When I went downstairs, for those of you who came later in the chat, ooh, cherries. No blueberries. Blueberries break me out in hives. My system is so friggin' weird, y'all. They really do. But cherries, definitely. And so when I got up, I went downstairs. He was like, you right on time. He said, you might not even need to heat it up because it just got here. It was soul food. Oh my gosh. I had barbecue ribs, macaroni and cheese, and yams. And there's still like more than half left. And there's some rice. And I'm just like, okay, I didn't even taste the rice. And so I'll eat some more of that later. You just freeze dry them? Okay. Oh, because Sons of Ray asked if you were making preserves or marmalade, and Sandy said she freeze dries them. I tell y'all what though, if the country go to shit in November, December, I'm moving with Sandy's. Just give me a little corner somewhere, because I know she's gonna be stocked with with all the proper nutrients, like not Skittles and Mountain Dew, but she's gonna have like all the nutrients, the fruits, the vegetables. So yeah, Sandy, I'm just letting you know. You might hear it on your door and look out and be like, damn, she's really here. Because you know what? That's the way to go, though, I think. Even though I wasn't raised that way and I would struggle to live that life. But just being, self-sufficient that way and like growing your own food and stuff like that and not having to depend on the economy and, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the way. 2 pugs for fall. Yeah, and that too. Like she has her own meat. Yes, I'm gonna be knocking on your door because I know we'll be set. Yes, I told him I would work for food. So he's like, "What do you want to eat?" And I'm like, "I just want to go back to sleep." So he ordered stuff, and it was really good too. I'll eat some more later. Um, the only thing I told him was Mountain Dew and Skittles, and he got a bag of Skittles that has the small bags in it. So it's like in a 2 liter Mountain Dew. I wish I can grow my own food. I'm such a city slicker. It's pathetic. I said in my next life I'll be a farmer. I grew up in the inner city, and my mom, she used to try to get us to. I don't know where it came from. It would be this bus that you had to be at a certain corner at a certain time and get on this bus, and it would take you to some farm somewhere, and you would pick blueberries or pick whatever fruit for that season. Somehow I always missed the bus. I'm like, I ain't picking that. I always miss the bus. I'm like, I ain't. But she tried to, because she grew up that way, where, like my great grandmother's property, you just walking through the woods one day, it's like, oh, there's a patch of raspberries. Like just out of nowhere, you would just see stuff. And she used to, pick stuff and, pick fruit. And I ain't never lived that life. But, and it's a lot of work too, because even dude's sister, she had a farm. She had pigs, she had goats, so she would make her own goat cheese and had goat milk. And she had chickens, so she had her own eggs. And she would buy goats. She would travel somewhere and pick up a goat, or somebody would travel with her pick up a goat. And I'm just like, how y'all be buying goats online? Like it's a whole system. And I was just like, what? But yeah, she was always busy, and she was a veterinarian, so she had a day job, and she would come home and do. But I'm just like, that life don't stop. But she was in good shape though, because she was always busy. Yeah, but farming is hard. I mean, me just sitting back, sipping Mountain Dew, watching all the work she was doing. Like that is hard. Like I can't. Just let me know when dinner's ready. Like let me know if you want me to, help wash dishes. Because I'll clean the kitchen. Because one thing I believe in, let me know if y'all like this too. Your mom grew up on a farm too, but when she moved to New York, she forgot all about it. It's easy because you get used to stuff being convenient. So she never took me to anything like that. I wish she had. My mom tried it though. It is, Sandy, believe me. I remember our chats, and I'm just like, damn, that is a lot of work. We got a few standing garden beds. Yeah. Oh, one of my chosen family brothers. He has a farm. He's like, oh yeah, I gotta get these plants in the ground, and he had raspberries, but he said they migrated. So he had planted some a few years ago in one place, and when he was in another area outside, he saw a patch. So he said he's going to move those over. So I'm like, what do you mean they migrated? But and he was saying, I don't know if it's blueberries, but definitely raspberries and like something else. And he's like, oh, I got to get these in the ground, and I got to do this. And I'm just like, dude. So he lives somewhere rural. I know I'm late, but hey, Tanya, it's great to see you. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Right now, we're talking about gardening. For the topic, if I can only use one brand of makeup, what would it be? It would be Fenty. I would have to sacrifice eyeshadow because I don't like the snap shadows, and I haven't tried the stick ones. But that was the answer to that question. So right now, we're just talking about farming. Um, and I do, and part of me, I don't know if I would say I wish that she had Heather, because she tried. She's like, be out here, this bus is coming at 8 o'clock, and I would always miss it unintentionally on purpose, because I'm like, I ain't, and I don't like the heat either. So I'm like, you're not gonna get me out here in 80-degree heat picking fruit. Like hell no. Like I'm gonna go to the store and buy me a candy bar. Like like what are you talking about? Get all this buzz. It's fun out here in LA. Everybody has some sort of gardening or fruit tree. Avocados break down in hives too. Y'all, my system is so freaking weird. It's so foreign to me going to New York, nobody had anything. Yeah, and to be in LA and they got fruit trees. But you know what? I think I have. Tanya doesn't like the 50 shadows either. We're going to be nice, Tanya, because Tony likes the snap shadows. I have at least, see that? You see what Sandy just wrote? She has at least 100 chicks up to 4 months old. My grandmother had chickens. She had a couple pigs. And what else? I think that's it. Y'all, I'm going to tell y'all this, though. A freshly killed, plucked, boiled, cooked, fried, baked chicken is the best chicken I've ever had in my entire life. Oh my. There is nothing like a fresh chicken. Like not fresh from the store. No, fresh from it was in the yard running around 2 hours ago fresh. That was the best chicken of my life. I think that's so cool. I looked into getting chickens, but they are a lot of work. They are a lot of work. Um, that was the best chicken I ever had. And one of my cousins, he was younger than me. It traumatized him because he saw her kill one time. And he was like, I'm not eating it. So she would have to trick him, be like, oh, it's tuna fish. Because you know, you cook it and you shred it up or whatever. She would be like, oh, it's tuna fish. So then he would eat it thinking it was a tuna fish sandwich and it was a chicken salad sandwich. But it was like the best chicken. It tasted so good. But what would freak me out though, I would walk into the house and there's a pile of newspaper with feathers on it. And I'm like, because I was like an adolescent preteen. So I'm just like, and then I would see this huge pot next to the newspaper with the feathers. I look in the pot, and it's a naked chicken in water soaking in the pot. And I'd be like, a couple hours later, dinner. Okay, here I come. It was so good. That was and I could taste it right now. That was the best chicken in my life. It doesn't include. Oh, and so you got. Wait a minute, 100 chicks, and that doesn't include the adult chickens. That's what traumatized my cousin too, and he saw her kill one once, and they really do run around after you cut their head off. So he was just like, and he was a lot younger than me, so he was just like, like he freaked out, was crying, he was running away and everything. Like he was just like, I don't know if I can eat a fresh chicken. You know, if you didn't know what it was though, Tanya, it was so good. Oh my god. That was the best tasting chicken. Like, you can't get no fresher than that when it was running around in the yard a couple hours earlier. But just the whole process. There's a channel here on YouTube called Rosa and Anzai's Country. Her name is Rosa. She's from, I want to say Ghana or somewhere. And there was a woman, a Chinese woman, that was working over there. And her and Rosa became friends. I think her name is Mai, M-E-I. They became friends. So when Mai went back home to China, she asked her brother, Wu Jie-yin, I know I'm pronouncing it wrong, if he would be interested in meeting somebody from another country. And so they started, I don't want to say talking, because she didn't know Chinese and he didn't know her language, and she also knew English. And so, but they somehow figured out how to communicate. She came over to visit, and because May, or Mai, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, she would kind of interpret for them or whatever. And they ended up getting married. I'm going to put that link on my community tab. So it is a rural lifestyle. And they are self-sufficient. When they go into town, it's like, okay, give me, 5 gin of this. Give me some of those peppercorns, this and that. And they just be cooking up stuff. And May had took them a chicken. And so they're like plucking the chicken. Well, first they caught the chicken. And Wu Jie-yin, the husband, he took it into like some bushes. And you could see the chicken. And he held it down and the feathers, and then like, so they did it where you didn't see him kill it, but you knew because the feathers was going the wings, and then you saw him just kind of, and so then they cut the clip, and then he's walking back with the chicken in his hand, and it's just like so then the kids coming in plucking the chicken. I was just like, but that's the way, y'all. And they just, oh my god, I'm gonna put the link in my description, not in my description, in my community tab. They are workers. That rural life. Her and him, they had a son. They've been married, I think, now 10 years, maybe 11. And she just had another baby. It's a girl. And so their whole video is about the country life and the rural living in China. And so she speaks Chinese now. She still does her native tongue. She calls home and talks to her mom, and she speaks English. Their son only speaks Chinese, and so I'm hoping she teaches the daughter Chinese and English, or at least her native tongue, because when the son and dad went to her country, they couldn't talk to nobody. I'm just like, but sometimes you don't need to speak, because body language. You smile, you hand them food, they take it, they eat it, or whatever, that type of thing. Stick to your Amish farms chicken. Amish food is so good. I don't know what they be doing. Oh my gosh. You could eat a fresh chicken. Get one of their chickens. Yeah, the Amish chickens, they probably killed it the night before you came to buy it. Yeah, that chicken was really good. And they had a house built. But get this, y'all. When you talk about a community of people, and this is why I love their channel, it is delicious. Oh my gosh. Why Fenty? Because I like a lot of their products. I just don't like their eyeshadows. But for me, I want to make sure that my complexion is even. And I really love their foundation. The only products I don't have from them are blush, bronzer, setting powder, and highlighter. Everything else I've tried before, and I really liked it. And I used their eye brushes and face brushes, and so I would just have to sacrifice eyeshadow. And it was a hard decision because I love my eyeshadow. I love my eyeshadow. But The husband, I don't know what his day job is. He helped with his own hands build the house. And they showed the process like over time. Okay, they're laying the floor, they're laying the foundation, they're putting up the walls, they're putting up the beams, they're putting in the doors, they're building the steps. And I'm looking at all of this like, what do we know about building a damn house with cement? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, and they showed the whole picture of it. They just had the door put on not too long ago. And it's a 3-story house. It looks huge. But the husband and other family members, and they don't say like, oh, this is my brother, that's my brother. They say first brother, second brother, third brother, second, third cousin, second sister-in-law, like whatever the order is of when you were born. So it's like third brother came over. So it is just such a community, and I just love it. I need Reeves anyway to get those shadows. I wonder if she even uses them. I don't know, because I ain't seen her use them snaps since like after they came out. But yeah, I'm gonna put that in my community tab because it is just amazing to me. He taught her how to cook. So a lot of every video somebody's cooking something. He taught her how to cook, like his food. And he does work. They go out, oh, we're gonna go pull green onions today from his yard. So they'll just walk to the neighbor's house. Like everything is open to everybody. You just walk into, you see them come out of the house. Oh, I'm gonna go pick. So okay, go ahead and get it. Oh, we need bamboo. We're gonna go chop some bamboo. Like it is so self-sufficient. I'm just like, it is just amazing. But I'm just like, I'm just so spoiled. Cause I think like, could I live like that? If I had to, I would. Like if it was like survive or not survive, I would. But it's a lot. But yeah, I'm gonna put that channel in there so I can check it out because this is amazing. And when I saw the house, I'm like, damn, like this dude, like with his own hands, helped build the house. And everybody's an auntie or uncle. When they're in the market, it's like boss lady, how much is this? The other dudes that helped build the house, they call them masters. Master this, come eat. And I don't know if they paid the other workers or not, but Rosa and her sister-in-laws and other cousins, they would cook for them every day. So Rosa would call Wu Yang, tell the masters come eat, and they would all just go to the house and eat for lunch and then go back to work. So everybody's master, auntie, uncle. I mean, it is like really a community. And I think about us here, like in the United States, those of us who are not rural, we're just like, fuck everybody. And to see them, it's just like, this is how life, I don't want to say should be, but it's just so peaceful. And just to see a whole community, everybody just works together. Everybody gets along. Now, I'm not saying they don't have their squabbles. If they do, they don't show it. But just to see the lifestyle, it's just amazing to me. It really is. And I know we are so far off. I am. It is really interesting. And when I was in Texas visiting a friend, she's from Guyana. Excuse me. She was telling me about it. And so then I got hooked on it. And I started watching it. Trust, that's the key factor. Yeah. And so it is just amazing. And I really do hope, though, that she teaches her daughter her language and English, too. Because her son only speaks Chinese. And she speaks it fluently. Like, she'll go somewhere to a store, and they're like, oh, my gosh, your Mandarin is perfect. Like, she's in it. But she's been there, like, 10 years now. And I'm just like, I could barely learn Spanish. I still remember a few words. But it's just like, you just learned a whole nother language on top of her language where she's from in English. And I've always heard English is the hardest language to learn because we got the silent letters, the I before the E, and then you have the PH, but it's pronounced with an F. You know what I mean? All those weird type of rules we have. And so even to learn English, it's just like, you did that too? So she's very smart. But it does have its appeals. And I feel weird that it makes me feel lazy, because if I were to visit someone on a farm, I would just be like, I wash dishes. You're not going to have me out there to film. But I would learn, I'm sure. And if I had to, I really would. But I don't have to, so I'm like, no. I will give the chicken a leg up the more languages they speak. They're going to be saying, Tanya, come eat me. And she's going to be like, no. They're like, come get me. They're going to be chasing you around the yard. Chickens chasing Tanya. You know you want to pluck my feathers, girl. But it is. I'm gonna do that right after this live, because I'll forget otherwise. I really feel like I will, because I'm tired. Yo, I'm tired. I don't even know if I'm a, and if I do go back to sleep, when I wake up later, that's when I'll finish working down there in the dining room, because I am just fucking exhausted. I went to sleep around 10 o'clock. Had my usual every 90 minutes or so wake up, kept going back to sleep. Had my alarm set it for 6:30. Then I set it for 7. Then I went down to eat. Then I set it for 7:30. Then for 7:50, and then 7:58, so I can come here and be on time. But I know it's the heat. That's the thing, Tanya. It would be like 80 something degrees, and she's like, the bus coming in 10 minutes. I'm like, I always miss that bus. Not one day did I go pick anything. Never. I'm like, I always happen to miss the bus. I don't know what was happening. I didn't never get on that damn bus to go pick nothing. But so I do think, dare I say in general, that we're spoiled, because we're used to convenience, and we do have a life of privilege. Even though like politics and stuff here is just really messed up, we do still have a life of privilege. We can just go to the store. We complain about gas prices, but we get gas and we go where we want to go. We go to the gas, buy what we want. We run out, we go get something else, and if they don't have it in stock, I want to speak to the manager. When is this going to be in the store? Like we're entitled in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? Whereas, that the rural life, it just is what it is. You go pick what you want, you do what you want. And so that's why sometimes when I complain about makeup, I'm like, first world problems. I want another brush like this one, even though I already got 4 of them. And that's why I say that in videos, first world problems. I want makeup to be easy. Like some people don't even have an option to wear makeup. What's makeup? What's that? You know what I mean? And so I am aware that I'm aware of my first world problems, my first world privilege, even though I still complain about a lot of shit. But because I'm spoiled. I hate dishes. I'll do dishes in a minute. Oh, that's what I was going to say earlier. I believe if I'm at somebody's house, I don't believe the cook should do dishes. I don't. So if I'm at somebody's house and they're feeding me, I will do dishes, or at least offer to do dishes. But I don't think the cook should ever do dishes, because you already put in work. You know what I mean? But then some people do like to cook and do dishes. Like his friend, she's like, oh, I got it. She's Latina. She's like, oh, I got it, mama. I'm like, okay. Like, I'm not going to argue with you. I did yell at both of them this morning, though. Y'all, I already told y'all I did a solid 8 hours, right? And you can see the dining room table. You can see how stuff was cleared out. You can see the carpet. I mean, So she fixed breakfast, and I hadn't even been asleep yet. And I kind of dozed off sitting at the dining room table, because I didn't want to come upstairs and lay on the bed, because I felt dirty and dusty. And I'm like, if I go up here in this room, I'm going to end up. So I'm like, no. So I just sat in the chair, and I text dude, and I'm like, let me know when y'all done in the bathroom, so I'll come and take a shower and go to bed. You clean dishes as you cook. I do the same thing, Arlene. But some people, they don't. They just like wreck the whole kitchen, and then afterwards, it's just like, what the hell happened? Like the food was good, but damn. What you doing here? And so there were 3 chairs that were empty, and I was sitting in one of them. So chef gave me breakfast first, because there's only one pan that she could find that was usable. So that's another thing. If y'all got dishes that's like 30 years old and they're rusted and stuff, the handles is broken off, throw them away. Don't leave that for your loved ones to throw away. So it was only one thing. And I'm laughing because it's just like, what the, like. And so, she made my breakfast, and I'm waiting for him, to get out the bathroom so I come and take a shower, whatever. So he came down, she gave him his plate, because she loves to cook. She's Latina, she loves to cook. Forgive me if that was stereotypical to say that. But she's like, I love to cook and I love to clean. I'm like, I love to eat. Works for me. And so she was standing there eating her plate. So I got up and I said, you can sit here and you can sit here. And she's like, no, Mama, I sit. I said, no, because I need to take a shower and go to sleep. I said, I've been up since, because right now it's like 9 in the morning. And I started working 11 last night. So I'm like, I want to go take a shower. Like, I was so exhausted. I'm like walking around like, he kept saying, you okay? I'm like, no, I'm exhausted. Like, I'm tired. And then my aches and pains and shit. Y'all know I'm a disabled veteran, chronic joint pain and fibromyalgia. So I was really just like, so she's like, no, Mama, I said. I said, no, I'm going to take a shower and lay down. I said, listen. And I did like this too. I was like, listen. I said, I didn't just, and I said it loud too. I said, I just did not spend 8 hours to clear off this dining room table for y'all to not sit and use the space that I just spent 8 hours clearing off this dining room table. So what both of y'all going to do, both of y'all going to sit down and eat at this space that I cleared for 8 hours on this dining room table. She was like, okay. So then she sat there. I'm like, I ain't doing. So he sat down and she sat down. I came up, took my shower, and got to bed. I'm like, y'all gonna utilize the look. That was a lot of friggin' work. But yeah, it was rough. But I think that's it for the day. I don't know why I didn't think this was gonna be long. We've been on here for like an hour and 20 minutes. But I am gonna definitely send that link. I think I'm gonna find a video of the house when they put the door on. Because when y'all see the house, and all the people you see in the video, all the men you see in the video, hands on, built that house. So it's just like, what do we know? You get a huge machine, lift up the beam. You got a machine, because I knew dude that worked in construction. You got a machine that churns the cement. You tilt it, you put it in, and then you just rake it out. They was making their own bricks and shit. I was just like, and building the scaffolds so they can be up higher and putting the wire in it. I'm just like, what? We got machines and technology over here to do that. They was hands. I was just like, damn. We complain about housing prices, house prices. They build their own damn house. Buy the materials and build it themselves with their own hands. I'm just like, that is just so amazing to me. But that's because of my privilege. We can just go buy a house, buy an apartment, buy a car, or they buy a scooter, So it's just so different. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely send that because I'm just amazed. I am just amazed. A definitely better quality, because if you want to build your own shit, it's going to be right. It ain't no, oh, there's a crack in the ceiling in 2 years. Oh, the house settled. No. And that was one of the things when they were looking at land. Something just popped up where it was a good deal, and they went out and looked at it because they were married like 10 years before they started building a house. And they already had the one son. Him, and the son were living in one room. Well, not living, but they shared one room. And they did have access to the rest of the house, but they shared one room. They slept in one room, all of that. It was just one room. But it's been like 10 years. And so she was like, my house has been so long. But she's really excited and happy. And the channel is huge. And people be sending them gifts and stuff like that. But it is just amazing. And it just reminds me of how, number one, of my privilege being here in the United States and being not in the country, but not suburbs either. Maybe almost suburbs. But just how life can be simple. How life can just be simple. You just, you grow your own stuff. You build your own stuff. You go into your neighbor's yard, cut down bamboo when you need some. And, everybody just gets along. You go to market. And their market is like a farmer's market where it's just different stands and different people, and you just go to whatever you want to buy. How much is this pork thing? Okay, cut me this amount, and they cut it in front of you. Okay, how much is this, or how much is that, or whatever. And they do negotiate prices too. So it's just that simple, rural life, and it's just amazing to me. It really is, because we don't know nothing about that. Well, most of us here, like Sandy, do, because she got 100 chicks and adult chickens. And she got hogs and other stuff and 40 pounds of peaches. But most of us, we don't know nothing about that except what we see. But I am going to send that. I'm going to go, y'all. So it would be Fenty. Thank you for this discussion. I know I really went off on not leaving behind a bunch of stuff for your loved ones. Like, seriously, do them a favor. And even his friend, she kept telling me how she appreciated me being there doing stuff. And I'm looking at her like, you don't even live here. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? She said she tried. She said she couldn't even finish one bag because she said she just got overwhelmed. I'm like, you ain't even know her. Like, I remember her. I would come here and hang out in this house with him and his mom. So I'm looking at her like, I just think she's just really sympathetic for him because that's her dude. But I was just like, you didn't even know her. Like, I admit it, my brain is all over the place. Because I'm just like, I really appreciate your help. He asked me to come help him. Like, I'm not here for you. Let me stop. I'm about to say something, and later on I'm gonna be like, did I really say that in the live stream? Like I can't even edit it out. But I'm just like, thanks for breakfast. I gotta go, y'all, because I'm really like, I'm really about to just. I need to go take a nap. I am really like somewhere else right now. So we're gonna go. Hey, Locke, I put on Tillamook earlier today, and I have this book that one of my other troll kin sent me. So those have been my comfort items, is Tillamook and his books. I'm at dude's house, and this is the room he grew up in that I'm staying in. Helping him, clean up stuff and. But yeah, I went off on a few tangents. We talked about personal belongings. The answer to the question, what one brand would I use? Hope, she's like Fenty final answer. She was right. It was Fenty because I love their brow MVP, only brow pencil I use. Eye primer, the only eye primer I use. I love the face primer, soft matte foundation. I do like the fly liner, which I haven't used because I've been using Inglot up here, but I do like that. I like the full frontal mascara. I like the Hella Thick mascara. I like the Gloss Bomb Illuminators. Like the Gloss Bomb Cream, thanks to Grace because she sent me one. I tried it. I'm like, oh, this is kind of nice. I remember loving the Stunners. I like their eye brushes and face brushes. So I'm like, it would be Fenty because my goal is just have my foundation, well, have my skin evened out. Everything else is a bonus. So I'm going to post in the members tab. Used to walk over and start your neighbor's coffee. Yeah, they do. And they be calling each other, hey, we just cooked, come on over. They be yelling, hey, so-and-so. Like if they see you walking by, they'll be like, hey, Sandy, come on over, we just cooked. And she would come on over and they would eat. They do that there. When I lived in Dover, Delaware, my neighbors were Hawaiian. They were that way. The husband would call, hey, D, Jenna just finished cooking, come on over to eat. Okay, knock over. But that's how they do over there. They just be like, hey, come on over, come on, we just cooked. Like everything was a party, everything was a festival. Well, not really a party, but it's like the more the merrier. They would call, he'd be like, oh, I'm like, why is this dude calling me? Oh, Jenna just cooked. She said call you till you come over. And she was a good cook. To them Hawaiians, the ones I knew, I'd be like, okay. He tried to get my Heather. Oh, no, he didn't. Your son said he liked your makeup packaging. Oh, no. Not Heather Austin's packaging. And I do like this. So the only thing, so I'm posting a members thing. You're tired. I'm tired of Goofy. And my brain is all over the place. I was really about to go off on that, on girl talking about thanking me for being here and helping. I'm not here for you. So I'm going to post on the members tab. Should I do a full face of Fenty? I would have to get a blush, bronzer, highlighter, and setting powder. And the setting powder wouldn't be necessary because the foundation does dry down. So I'm going to post that in the members tab to see. Dawn gave me a topic, so we're going to do that topic on one of the live streams. And I had another question or something I was going to post. Oh, Janessa and Grace and I are going to do a collab because this question for this topic led me to another video topic. And I thought, what if I can only pick one category per brand? What would it be? Because for Fenty, I would sacrifice eyeshadow because I don't like their snap shadows. I did like my Rock and Spice. So that led me to think of, if I can only pick one thing from each brand that I have, what would it be? So Grace and Janessa and I are going to do a three-way collab on that. So this was a really good question because it prompted that other question for me. And our last collab, the three of us, was a lot of fun. So we're going to do that. So, and then we talked about country living. So I'm going to post that link on my community tab. What else did we talk about? I think that's the main thing. Yeah, but really, y'all, think about, okay, this is valuable to me, but what if something happens? Is this going to be valuable to somebody else? Because somebody's going to clean up. Somebody's going to do it. You know what I mean? And it's like, I just want to sit and cry, but no, I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to do this. I got to do that. And that's kind of where his head is at. And so he thanks me like every 10 minutes. And I'm just like, okay, dude, you keep saying that. Can you just leave the room? Let me just finish before I fucking break down too. So, But we're going to go. Thank all of you. Thank you for all the thumbs up. I did do a welcome video for the members who were gifted memberships. Because last live, Janessa, she did a Sandy move and gifted a bunch of memberships. And so I did a welcome video for that, which I don't know when that's going to air. I think it'll air this week. I don't know. Just in case they really don't know what the Crazy Troll Nation is. Some names I saw look familiar, and then some didn't. And so he won't throw it when I'm going, at least. Oh, he won't throw it away. True. That is true. Yes, I did do a welcome video for them, letting them know like what we stand for, what we do, and of course hoping that they'll stay. Because some of the ones that you gifted, Sandy, actually stayed, which was really cool. So I do appreciate that. So I think that's everything in a 90-minute nutshell that we talked about. And so we're going to go. Thank you so much for your time. And I swear, y'all, I do try to keep these to an hour, and this was an easy topic, but then I kind of just went off because of where my head is at, and I need to cut my hair. My clip guard broke. I had to order some more from Amazon. But yeah, we're almost at 3 weeks, and it's just like, it's like the shorter I cut it, the quicker it grows. Because before I started cutting it short, I was cutting it every 2 weeks. And then when I went short, it was every 3 weeks. But now this is 2 weeks, and it's looking like how it looked before I cut it short. So it's growing faster. And y'all like, girl, you still ain't got no hair. We talking about growing faster. You're still bald. All right, we're really going to go. Thank you all for being here. If you came in later in the live, or if you're just clicking on it like after it's done, thank you for being a part of the replay crew. I do appreciate it. Comments are always welcome. And I think I'm going to leave that here. So what I need to do after this, I'm going to post that thing, but then I need to go back and change the description box information, or just leave it. I don't know. I'm just tired, girl. I'm exhausted. I do want to get that work done though, because it's just gonna be there. Like, either do it now or do it later. You know what I'm saying? I'm just so fucking tired. So thank y'all for being here. I appreciate all the interaction, even though some of it was kind of like, girl. Oh, and we talked about politics too, a lot. And first world privilege problems in rural life. But when I'm leaning in, I'm seeing if there's comments. So don't think I'm like trying to headbutt you or anything. But yeah, we're really gonna go seriously, because I feel like I can just keep saying the same thing over and over, and then keep saying we're gonna go, and it'll be another 10 minutes. Yeah, she pulled a Sandy move. No, don't be sorry at all, Heather, because it is true. Like it you know, it just is what it is. It is what it is. I'm thinking about getting, yeah, that's what I need to do. I need to just lay down, and whenever I wake up and feel alert enough, or at least have my head together enough to go finish. That is, thank you, Grace, for saying that. I think, you know what? I think I needed to hear it, because sometimes we know what we need to do, but we still push through, and when somebody says it, it's like, okay, I'm going to do it. So I'm going to tell him I'll just finish it later. I'm going to go back to sleep. There is not a sign up for giveaways. When I post the videos, there's always a question or two to answer, and so you just answer. And if your comment does answer all parts of the question, then you'll be eligible. So it's not a sign up, it's just watching the videos. And I don't always title my videos giveaways, which means you would actually have to watch the videos. Some I do label giveaways, which is something very just miscellaneous. The last one I titled giveaway was an Ultra free gift with purchase. My subscriber appreciation, thank you for the hearts, I don't list as giveaways, because it is to appreciate subscribers, like those that do watch, they do interact, and because I know they're watching, they're hearing what I'm saying, and they know, okay, this is subscriber appreciation. And for those, you need to be subscribed before the video goes live, which eliminates people subscribing just to enter, because sometimes people, they don't win and then they leave. And subscriber appreciation is me appreciating those who are here and that do watch my videos, and they interact with my channel. And so it's not a sign up, it's just being subscribed and just watching and listening to the videos and reading the description box. 2 people said do it. And I said take a nap. And Sandy's the 3rd person. Sandy now. Yeah, y'all like, girl, shut up and go. We done talked about so many different things. I agree. I am. I'm gonna go down and tell him I'll finish it later. I'm missing something. Yes, so many. Yes, it is nice to see new faces. So yes, yeah. Heather says yes. Grace is right. Take a nap and then get back up later and finish when you're ready. And I'm here to the 18th, so like it ain't gonna go nowhere. Two people, so now three, and then Sandy, she put sleep and Z's in the bed, so, and I'm sitting on the bed that I'm sleeping in, so I'm already here. So yeah, so thank you, Grace, for saying that, and Heather co-signing that, and Sandy co-signing that, because I really do think I just needed to hear it, because I get in a mode where even when I'm exhausted, if I know something needs to be done, I'll just keep on and on and on, and I feel like I'm about to cry right now, like seriously. And I know I just need to just stop and just rest. So thank you, the three of you, so much. I know you can, Sandy. I remember, yeah, yeah. So I hope you sleep well when you get there, and that you're able to still do what needs to be done and feel somewhat functional. Because I know feeling dysfunctional being awake too, not to the extent, to your extent, but I can relate. So we're seriously going to go. Everybody have a good night. Thank you for being here. I will post Rosa and Anzai's country. Anzai is her son's name. I'll find the one with the house, because y'all gonna be like, damn, he built that with his bare hands, and all the people you see like help physically. Yeah, so I'm gonna post that. And I'll post some members only stuff, and I have my regular 7 a.m. videos, and then we'll be back here next Monday. We may do Dawn's topic. That would be the easiest thing for me to do right now, and it's just to post that one, because I won't be home to the 18th, and probably late at night. And so, yeah, so we'll just do that. So everybody have a good evening. Thank you again, Grace, Heather, and Sandy. That is what I'm going to do. Thank you for those who sent condolences to me and to do for his mom passing. And thank you all for understanding when I go off on other stuff, because that's just where I'm at right now. And y'all know what y'all see is what y'all get. And I'm not going to be as y'all or be like, I would be like, no, that shit is crazy. So on that note, as always, self-acceptance, self-love, that is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you. And you will all see me in the morning, but you'll see me back here next Monday. You're welcome, Heather. Thank you so much. All of you have a good night. I'm going to go. Good night to everybody. Appreciate each and every one of you.